You started with the hard ones. I don't know. I usually So the best thing that I ever. Someone tweeted this to me. It was a comment or something like that. They were like, Chantastic is an absolute goober who has written some genuinely helpful things. So I've actually taken that on as my Twitter bio. So that's kind of how I've been introducing myself. But yeah, like I let people call me Chantastic, Michael, whatever works for people. Yeah, so I talked about Storybook and Chromatic, and using those to introduce some visual testing into your like programming component development workflow. And yeah, I think a lot of people have used Storybook as like a component catalog, but haven't really taken it as far as they can and really introduced like visual testing. And so I was just kind of showing a couple things that I do to like really get a lot of benefit from every component. Test like on a number of devices versus, and like many different breakpoints, like all just by like writing components and putting them in Storybook. I think the key takeaway is that we don't do enough in the space of visual testing. So there's this idea of like the testing trophy, and like the biggest part of it, like the chest of the trophy is supposed to be integration tests. And I think that a big part of that is visual tests, especially as we do more in the world of components, as components kind of like take everything over. We need to do more on the visual side of it. And the way I see a visual test is basically an integration test between a component and the web browser. And I think Storybook and Chromatic have really like nailed the power combo and like actually getting those tested like in isolation. And it's really great because I think visual testing in the past, you've had to bring your whole stack with you, and so they're really slow. They take a lot. They're like very imperative to write because you're like putting everything into these like states. And using a component, leveraging a component for visual testing has been like really amazing because they're fast to run, and like you just give them the data and then they render what they're supposed to render. Oh yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah, it's been super fun. I actually just got in yesterday, so I haven't really been able to enjoy the city, but it's like super charming, like the time that I've been here. Oh yeah, heck yeah. Yeah. I'd love to be here again. Yeah, it was a real honor to be here, and I think it'd be super fun to come back. Oh man, I think that one of the biggest things that people overlook is Git. I think so much of our workflows and everything like hinge on Git, and then collaboration, like everything, like that's the pivot point for a lot of developers. So like, can I say Git 3 times? Git. Like learn that first, and then like, learn the rest along the way. I think like communication, empathy, and communication again. Actually, I'll say writing. I think that, that's part of communication, but specifically, I think that, as you grow in seniority, it becomes less and less about code and more about how you are like communicating the decisions and ideas to the other people on your team. And if you're good at that, I see that as being the main differentiator between someone who's like junior and more senior, like more focused on redistributing, like socializing, and bringing people together around an idea instead of just like learning for the first time or generating an idea, just like getting people on the same page, which is honestly the hardest part of the job.